I want to wish a special happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I'm very thankful for my mom, and I'll share a story about my mother. When I was 18 and I was getting ready to go to school, I went off to college with just my mom. And we got to Utah, we set up my dorm, we did all these things. She took me to get my first tattoo, that one right there. And then after we left the mall where I got the tattoo, we was done putting my room together and doing all the things I needed to do to get ready for school that next week. And she dropped me off at the volleyball game. And, me and my mom have always been tight, always had a great relationship. And she was just playing everything cool, and so was I. And I remember she dropped me off at the volleyball game and I got out the car. And, I closed the door, I'm walking into the gym. And as I'm walking away, I'm just like, I'm off to college. Like, this is it. I'm gonna be on my own. And I turned around and looked at the car. My mom is just sitting in the car crying. Like, I could see her through the window just crying. And it was like, anytime a mother is getting that emotional, once they realize, my kid is off and becoming an adult, you just see the love, and the care and how much they behind you. And when I saw that, I was just like, man, it kind of took me back through all the years of my life, and my mom being there every step of the way and always having my back and protecting me and making sure that I was prepared for whatever it was that I was coming past or coming across. And she was finally letting me go, and I saw, all those emotions in her face. So, at that moment, I knew a mother's true love.
So I think my favorite mom memory is like when I first left, when I start play basketball, and I was 14 years old at that time, 14 and a half, and went to Slovenia. And I think the first visit, like parents visit you, and my mom coming and start crying. I'm like, why are you crying? I'm like, in the house, everything is great, practicing, going to the school, try to be like the best as possible. She's like, you left. I was like, but isn't you supposed to say that when I left, originally home? But she's like, no, you really left as a kid, and now you already look like grown-ass man. Because, I do my laundry, like do stuff. Then she used to do everything for me. So I think at that point when I was like, wow, actually, yeah, I got to do it now. No one else going to do it for me. So I think that was like my grown-ass moment, like when she's like, you actually left the home. So to me at that point, I was thinking different way. Like, I never probably going to go home like that as a kid no more. Obviously, I'm going to be their kid, I guess, forever. But she gave me the perspective that, I never thought about it.
I say one Mother's Day is when, I got drafted. That was a memory I always cherish because we was at like a Buffalo Wild Wings, and with my number card, she was the first lady to stand up, first person to stand up in the in the restaurant, and it was amazing to see her smile on her face.
I think a great moment for my mom more so than my dad, but my dad as well. My dad was the coach, assistant coach of my high school team, but we won. I won 3 out of 4 state championships when I was in high school, and I remember it was a moment after my senior year. We won, and like I just like ran over to my mom and like gave her a big hug and like picked her up and started wiggling her around and stuff. So that was a really cool moment just because of, she knew all the hard work that I had invested into my game and wanted to win that championship my senior year. But just even more so just showing my gratitude for her and waking me up early and taking me to all these different tournaments and being my number one supporter. So that was a moment that we shared that, was almost bigger than the game itself for me, looking back at it, was that hug right after.
I was playing basketball, obviously, away from home. And we did the same thing, like did a little video for her. And the next hours, she just called me at the same time and did a bigger surprise because I was away from home, didn't see her for 2 years. And then that was the best memory I had in Mother's Day.
I would say just getting drafted with my mom, having my mom there,
was a special moment. You know, getting drafted, seeing her baby boy getting drafted to the NBA. It's always been a dream for mine, and her to be right there with me and see my dream come true.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Maureen Reddick. Love you, girl.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you.
Happy Mother's Day, all the moms in this world. You're doing an amazing job.